What if the key to unlocking extraordinary success isn't about massive, life-altering changes, but about the smallest, most consistent improvements? Imagine improving just 1% every day. At first, the change might seem insignificant, barely noticeable. But over time, those tiny gains compound, building momentum that transforms your life. This is the power of incremental growth, and it's a concept deeply rooted in both modern science and ancient wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, understood the importance of small, consistent actions. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This timeless truth reminds us that success is not built in a single moment of brilliance, but in the steady, deliberate steps we take each day. Consistency shapes habits, and habits in turn shape who we become. Think about it. Athletes don't break records by accident, and great artists don't create masterpieces overnight. They commit to showing up every day, refining their craft, and trusting in the process. In the same way, by focusing on being just 1% better daily, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your mindset, or building better habits, you create a foundation for long-term success. Today, we'll explore the transformative power of this simple yet profound idea. Why 1% better every day is the ultimate key to success. We'll draw from the wisdom of the Stoics, practical examples and modern insights to show how small steps can lead to massive results. Whether you're striving for personal growth, professional achievement, or a healthier lifestyle, this principle can help you achieve your goals while reducing stress and overwhelm. So, let me ask you, what's one small improvement you could make today that would bring you closer to your dreams? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're embracing this philosophy in your own life. And if you're ready to transform your perspective and start building a better future, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Forge of Wisdom for more timeless teachings and practical insights. Success isn't about waiting for a big breakthrough. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and trusting the compounding power of small improvements. Let's dive in and discover how this simple yet profound idea can change your life. Lesson 1. The power of compounding growth. The principle of compounding is often associated with finance, but its power extends far beyond money. In life, small, consistent actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Just as investing a little bit regularly can lead to a fortune, improving yourself by 1% every day can lead to profound transformation. Marcus Aurelius understood this when he wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By committing to small improvements daily, you shape your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your destiny. How compounding growth works. At first, incremental changes may seem insignificant. Improving by 1% might feel like it's barely moving the needle. But over time, these tiny changes add up. With consistency, small improvements don't just accumulate, they multiply. Each positive action builds on the last, creating exponential growth that leads to remarkable progress. This is the reason why many of the greatest achievements in history weren't the result of sudden breakthroughs, but of consistent effort over time. It's the steady application of small, deliberate steps that sets the foundation for lasting success. Why compounding growth is powerful one. Small wins build momentum. Each small improvement motivates you to continue, creating a snowball effect that drives further progress. 2. Consistency reduces overwhelm. Focusing on incremental steps prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of your goals. 3. Sustainable growth. Small improvements are easier to maintain, leading to long-lasting habits and results. 4. Amplifies over time. The effects of compounding mean that what starts small eventually leads to exponential results. The Stoic perspective on incremental growth. The Stoics believed in the power of daily discipline and consistent effort. Marcus Aurelius's writings emphasize the importance of small, deliberate actions, reminding us that each choice contributes to the quality of our lives. He said, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life." This focus on intentional, incremental progress aligns perfectly with the philosophy of 1% improvement. Seneca also supported the idea of compounding growth, encouraging individuals to prioritize steady progress over perfection. He wrote, "By delaying, all things become difficult." The Stoics knew that consistent action, no matter how small, was the key to mastery and success. Practical steps to harness the power of compounding growth. 1. Set micro goals. Break larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Focus on completing one step at a time. 2. Track your progress. Use a journal or app to monitor daily improvements, no matter how minor they seem. 3. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge each success to maintain motivation and reinforce positive habits. 4. Stay consistent. Commit to showing up every day, even when progress feels slow. Remember that compounding takes time. 5. Trust the process. Remind yourself that small actions today will lead to significant results in the future. A practical example. Consider someone learning a new language. Instead of trying to master it in a few weeks, they commit to studying for 15 minutes each day. While the progress feels slow at first, over months and years, this consistency leads to fluency. The compounding effect of daily effort turns a seemingly overwhelming goal into a manageable and achievable success. A timeless reminder. The power of compounding growth lies in its simplicity. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that each small effort will add up to something extraordinary. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul. By focusing on incremental growth, you build a life of purpose, progress, and success. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to monumental achievements over time. Lesson 2. Habits shape your life. Habits are the building blocks of success. They are the small, repetitive actions that, over time, shape who we become and what we achieve. James Clear, in his best-selling book Atomic Habits, emphasizes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." The Stoics, too, recognized the importance of consistent habits in leading a life of virtue and excellence. How habits drive long-term success. Habits are like invisible forces guiding your daily actions. While individual efforts may seem inconsequential, repeated over time, they determine your trajectory. Positive habits compound, creating a foundation for growth and success, while negative habits hold you back. The key is to focus on small, consistent improvements, reinforcing behaviors that align with your goals. The beauty of habits lies in their automatic nature. Once established, they require less mental effort, allowing you to conserve energy for more significant decisions. By improving your habits by just 1% each day, you build a powerful system that works for you, even when motivation wanes. Why habits are essential. 1. Consistency. Over motivation, habits allow you to maintain progress even when motivation is low. 2. Small actions add up. Daily habits reinforce long-term goals, creating exponential growth over time. 3. Shape identity. Your habits define who you are. Positive habits align your actions with your values and aspirations. 4. provide structure. Good habits create a framework for success, reducing decision fatigue and increasing productivity. The Stoic perspective on habits. The Stoics believed that excellence comes not from grand gestures, but from daily discipline. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of consistent, virtuous actions, writing, "Do not be ashamed of help. If it is given willingly, do your part to accept it." This reflects the idea that small, habitual actions, like seeking guidance or maintaining routines, lead to greater achievements. Seneca also spoke of the power of practice in cultivating virtue, noting, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." For the Stoics, habits were the path to self-mastery, helping individuals align their actions with their principles. Practical steps to build better habits. 1. Start small. Focus on one habit at a time. For example, commit to writing one sentence daily if you want to start journaling. 2. Stack habits. Pair a new habit with an existing one. For instance, meditate for a minute after brushing your teeth. 3. Be consistent. Practice your habit at the same time each day to build momentum. 4th, track your progress. Use a habit tracker to visualize your streak and stay motivated. 5. Reward yourself. Celebrate small wins to reinforce the behavior and make the habit enjoyable. A practical example. Imagine someone who wants to exercise regularly but struggles to find the motivation. Instead of committing to an hour-long workout, they start by doing 5 push-ups each morning. Over time, this simple habit grows into a daily fitness routine. By focusing on a small, manageable action, they build momentum, confidence, and a sustainable habit. A timeless reminder, habits are the silent architects of success. By improving them incrementally, you create a system that supports your goals and aligns with your values. As Marcus Aurelius observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. With each small, consistent action, you take control of your destiny, shaping a life of purpose and achievement. Remember, success is not about massive effort in short bursts. It's about building habits that make progress inevitable. Lesson 3. Progress, not perfection. One of the greatest obstacles to growth is the pursuit of perfection. Many people hesitate to take action because they fear making mistakes or falling short of an ideal. However, the Stoics, as well as modern thinkers, remind us that success is not about achieving perfection. It's about making progress. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Stick with the situation at hand." This wisdom encourages us to focus on steady improvement, no matter how small, rather than striving for unattainable perfection. Why progress matters more than perfection. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination, frustration, and self-doubt. When we set unrealistically high standards, the fear of failure can paralyze us. Progress, on the other hand, is about taking consistent action, learning from mistakes, and growing along the way. Even small steps forward build momentum and confidence, reinforcing the belief that improvement is always possible. By focusing on progress, we also become more resilient. Mistakes and setbacks are no longer seen as failures, but as opportunities for learning and growth. This shift in mindset frees us to take risks, experiment, and embrace the journey. Benefits of embracing progress over perfection. 1. Reduces fear of failure. When perfection is not the goal, failure becomes a valuable part of the learning process. 2. Encourages action. Progress focuses on taking the next step, no matter how small, rather than waiting for ideal conditions. 3. Builds confidence. Each small success reinforces your belief in your ability to improve. 4. Promotes growth. A focus on progress encourages experimentation and learning from mistakes. The Stoic perspective on progress. The Stoics emphasized effort and intention over flawless outcomes. Marcus Aurelius urged individuals to focus on the task at hand, writing, "You have to assemble your life action by action, and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal as far as possible, and no one can keep you from this." This mindset aligns with the idea of progress. Success is built through consistent effort, not unattainable perfection. Epictetus reinforced this idea by reminding us that control lies in our actions, not external results. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens, he taught. For the Stoics, progress was about living virtuously and intentionally, one step at a time. Practical steps to focus on progress. 1. Set realistic goals. Break down larger objectives into manageable tasks. Focus on completing one step at a time. 2. Embrace imperfection. Accept that mistakes are part of the process and use them as opportunities to learn. 3rd. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins to stay motivated and measure how far you've come. 4th. Shift your mindset. Replace the question, "Is this perfect?" with, "Did I improve?" 5. Revisit your efforts regularly. Reflect on your progress and adjust your approach as needed. A practical example. Imagine an aspiring writer who dreams of publishing a novel but feels overwhelmed by the idea of creating a perfect manuscript. Instead of aiming for perfection, they commit to writing 200 words daily, regardless of quality. Over time, these small efforts accumulate into a completed draft, and the process of writing consistently improves their skills. The focus on progress rather than perfection turns an intimidating goal into an achievable reality. A timeless reminder. Progress, not perfection, is the key to success. Each small step forward brings you closer to your goals, even if the journey is imperfect. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, perfection of character is this: to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. By embracing progress, you free yourself from the constraints of perfectionism and unlock the power of consistent improvement. Remember, the journey is where growth happens, and each step forward is a victory. Lesson 4. Focus on what you can control. Failure and frustration often stem from trying to control the uncontrollable. The Stoics emphasized that peace of mind and progress come from focusing on what lies within our power, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This timeless wisdom reminds us that true progress begins when we channel our energy into what we can influence, letting go of the rest. The importance of controlling the controllable life is full of external factors, situations, outcomes, and people that are beyond our control. Dwelling on these forces leads to anxiety, stress, and stagnation. However, when we focus on our own actions, mindset, and responses, we regain a sense of agency. This shift empowers us to make progress, even in the face of adversity. By narrowing our focus to what we can control, we eliminate distractions and excuses. This clarity allows us to take meaningful action, one step at a time, reinforcing the principle of incremental improvement. Benefits of focusing on what you can control. 1. Reduces anxiety. Letting go of uncontrollable factors minimizes stress and fosters emotional stability. 2. Increases productivity. Directing energy toward actionable steps leads to tangible progress. 3. Builds resilience. Focusing on your response to challenges helps you adapt and grow. 4. Enhances clarity. By concentrating on controllable factors, You prioritize what truly matters. The Stoic perspective on control. The Stoics divided life into two domains: what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus famously said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This principle teaches us to focus on our intentions and actions rather than being consumed by outcomes. For the Stoics, control wasn't about manipulating external circumstances. It was about mastering the self. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to act with virtue, regardless of what life threw his way. This perspective aligns perfectly with the concept of 1% improvement, as small, deliberate actions within our control can lead to profound change. Practical steps to focus on what you can control. 1. Identify controllable factors. Make a list of what you can influence in a situation, such as your effort, attitude, and decisions. 2. Let go of outcomes. Accept that results are often beyond your control. Focus on doing your best in the present moment. 3. Practice mindfulness. Stay grounded by concentrating on the task at hand rather than worrying about future uncertainties. 4. Reframe challenges. View setbacks as opportunities to practice resilience and adaptability. 5. Take small, intentional actions. Break your goals into manageable steps and focus on completing one action at a time. A practical example. Consider a student preparing for an exam. While they cannot control the difficulty of the test or the grading curve, they can control their study habits, focus, and effort. By prioritizing these factors, they reduce stress and maximize their chances of success. This approach reinforces the idea that progress stems from what we do, not from external circumstances. A timeless reminder. Focusing on what you can control is the foundation of peace and progress. It enables you to channel your energy into meaningful actions while letting go of distractions and frustrations. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. By mastering this principle, you turn obstacles into opportunities and transform small, intentional actions into lasting success. Let go of what's beyond your power and focus on what you can do today, 1% better, one step at a time. Lesson 5. Building momentum and motivation. Success is rarely achieved in a single leap. It's built through consistent action that gains momentum over time. Momentum, once created, becomes a powerful force that keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea in his writings. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Each deliberate step reinforces the next, building a rhythm that makes progress inevitable. How momentum fuels. Progress momentum is the result of small wins adding up. Each success, no matter how minor, provides a sense of accomplishment that propels you toward the next goal. When you commit to improving just 1% each day, you create a cycle of positive reinforcement. As your actions compound, the effort required to maintain progress decreases, while your results grow exponentially. Motivation, on the other hand, can be fleeting. It's not something we can rely on daily. Momentum fills the gaps, providing the consistency needed to keep moving forward even when enthusiasm dips. Why momentum is key. 1. Creates consistency. Momentum reduces the need to rely on fluctuating motivation by building a habit of regular action. 2. Boosts confidence. Small wins reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed, encouraging further progress. 3. Reduces resistance. As momentum grows, tasks that once felt challenging become easier and more automatic. 4. Accelerates growth. Each step builds on the last, creating a snowball effect that drives exponential improvement. The Stoic perspective on momentum. The Stoics emphasized the importance of steady, consistent effort in achieving one's goals. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.'" This reminder to show up daily, regardless of how you feel, reflects the Stoic belief in persistence over perfection. Epictetus echoed this idea by stressing the value of small, deliberate actions. He taught that greatness is built one step at a time, not through grand gestures, but through consistent practice and effort. Practical steps to build momentum. 1. Start small. Focus on completing one simple task to create an initial win. Success builds momentum. 2. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge and reward yourself for small achievements to maintain motivation. 3. Establish routines. Create a consistent schedule to make actions automatic and reduce resistance. 4th, track your efforts. Use a journal or app to visualize your streak of consistent progress, which reinforces your commitment. 5. Push through resistance. Commit to taking action, even on days when motivation is low. Once you start, momentum will carry you forward. A practical example. Imagine someone who wants to write a book but feels overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. Instead of trying to write an entire chapter in one sitting, they commit to writing just 100 words a day. As the habit forms and momentum builds, the process becomes easier. Soon they find themselves writing more than 100 words daily, fueled by the progress they've already made. This small, consistent effort leads to the completion of their book over time. A timeless reminder. Momentum is the bridge between effort and achievement. It carries you forward even when motivation falters, turning small actions into significant progress. As Marcus Aurelius observed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. By committing to daily improvement, you harness the power of momentum, transforming tiny steps into life-changing success. Trust the process, keep moving forward, and let momentum do the rest. Lesson 6. Incremental growth reduces overwhelm. When faced with big goals or challenges, it's easy to feel paralyzed by the enormity of the task. However, the principle of incremental growth, improving by just 1% every day, provides a way to break down overwhelming ambitions into manageable steps. Marcus Aurelius captured this approach beautifully when he wrote, "Don't be overwhelmed by the entirety of life. Instead, deal with each moment one at a time." How incremental growth eases overwhelm. Big goals often feel intimidating because they seem out of reach. But when you divide them into smaller, achievable steps, the path becomes clear. Each small action builds confidence, reduces stress, and creates a sense of progress. Incremental growth shifts your focus from the end result to the next immediate step, making even the most daunting challenges feel achievable. This approach not only simplifies your journey, but also increases your likelihood of success. By consistently completing small tasks, you create a foundation of steady progress that eventually leads to significant accomplishments. Why breaking down goals matters. 1. Creates clarity. Small steps make it easier to see what needs to be done next, eliminating the feeling of being lost. 2. Builds confidence. Accomplishing smaller tasks provides a sense of achievement that motivates you to keep going. 3. Reduces stress. Focusing on manageable actions prevents overwhelm and keeps you grounded in the present. 4. Encourages consistency. Incremental progress is sustainable, making it easier to maintain momentum over time. The Stoic perspective on simplifying growth The Stoics emphasized the importance of staying present and tackling challenges one step at a time. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Stick with the situation at hand." This wisdom encourages us to focus on what we can do right now, rather than being overwhelmed by the magnitude of our goals. Epictetus also stressed the value of starting small, teaching that mastery comes from practicing small disciplines consistently. He believed that even the greatest achievements begin with modest efforts. Practical steps to reduce overwhelm through incremental growth. 1. Define your goal. Clearly articulate what you want to achieve, but focus on the first step rather than the entire journey. 2. Break it down. Divide your goal into smaller, actionable tasks that feel achievable. 3. Prioritize tasks. Tackle the most important or simplest tasks first to build confidence and momentum. 4th, set daily targets. Commit to small, consistent actions, such as writing 200 words, walking 10 minutes, or learning one new skill. 5. Track your progress. Use a checklist or journal to visualize your accomplishments and stay motivated. A practical example. Imagine someone who wants to declutter their home but feels overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work. Instead of tackling the entire house, they focus on decluttering one drawer or shelf each day. Over time, this small, consistent effort leads to a fully organized home, achieved without stress or burnout. A timeless reminder. Incremental growth is the antidote to overwhelm. It reminds us that even the largest goals are achieved one step at a time. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." By focusing on small, manageable actions, you replace anxiety with clarity, building a path to success that feels both achievable and empowering. Trust in the process of daily improvement and let each small step carry you closer to your ultimate vision. Lesson 7. Consistency over intensity. When it comes to achieving lasting success, consistency often outshines intensity. It's not the grand efforts or sudden bursts of energy that lead to sustainable growth. It's the steady, deliberate actions taken day after day. Seneca captured this beautifully when he said, "Well-being is attained little by little, and nevertheless is no little thing itself." The path to greatness is paved with consistent effort, not sporadic bursts of enthusiasm. Why consistency matters more than intensity. Intensity can be exhausting and unsustainable. While a dramatic push might yield quick results, it's rarely something we can maintain over time. Consistency, on the other hand, builds habits and allows progress to compound. It transforms effort into a routine, creating momentum that sustains itself even on difficult days. Consistency also helps you overcome the fluctuations of motivation. By committing to small, regular actions, you build discipline and resilience, ensuring that progress continues regardless of how you feel in the moment. Benefits of consistency over intensity. Consume 1. Build sustainable habits. Regular actions become automatic over time, making progress effortless. 2. Prevents burnout. Consistent effort avoids the fatigue that comes with pushing too hard, too quickly. 3. Fosters long-term growth. Small, consistent actions compound into significant achievements over time. 4. Promotes mastery. Repetition deepens skill and understanding, leading to lasting improvement. The Stoic perspective on consistency. The Stoics valued steady effort over dramatic action. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life." This focus on deliberate, consistent action reflects the belief that greatness is achieved not through intensity, but through persistence. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of showing up consistently, Teaching that mastery comes from practice and repetition, he advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The Stoics understood that small, consistent actions aligned with one's values were the key to a virtuous and fulfilling life. Practical steps to build consistency. 1. Commit to small, regular actions. Choose a goal that feels manageable and focus on doing it daily. For example, read 1 page of a book or meditate for 2 minutes each day. 2. Create routines. Establish a consistent schedule to make your actions automatic and reduce decision fatigue. 3. Focus on the process, not perfection. Prioritize showing up and doing the work, even if the effort feels small or imperfect. 4th, track your progress. Use a habit tracker to visualize your streak and stay motivated. 5. Forgive imperfections. If you miss a day, don't dwell on it. Get back on track immediately to maintain momentum. A practical example. Consider someone training for a marathon. Instead of running 15 miles in a single session, they commit to running 2 miles every day. This consistent, manageable effort builds endurance over time, preventing burnout and injuries while creating a sustainable training routine. By the time race day arrives, their steady progress has prepared them for the challenge. A timeless reminder. Consistency is the quiet force behind every great success. It replaces intensity with sustainability, allowing progress to build naturally over time. As Seneca wisely observed, "By delaying, all things become difficult." Commit to small, regular actions and trust that they will lead to extraordinary results. With consistency, you'll achieve more than you ever thought possible, not through sudden bursts, but through the steady, unrelenting power of showing up every day. Lesson 8. Incremental change shapes identity. Small, consistent changes don't just transform your habits, they shape who you are. Each incremental improvement reinforces your self-image and gradually builds a stronger, more capable version of yourself. This concept is perfectly aligned with Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. You become what you give your attention to. By committing to being 1% better every day, you not only achieve goals but also redefine your identity as someone who grows, improves, and perseveres. How incremental change influences identity. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. When you consistently act in alignment with your goals, even in small ways, you send a powerful message to yourself. I am capable of change. I am the kind of person who shows up and improves. Over time, these small actions accumulate, and your identity shifts to reflect your efforts. This identity-based approach creates a virtuous cycle. As your self-image improves, so does your confidence, making it easier to continue pursuing your goals. Each step forward reinforces your belief in yourself, creating a momentum that builds on itself. Why identity-based change is powerful. 1. Aligns actions with values. Incremental change ensures your daily actions reflect the person you want to become. 2. Builds confidence. Each small success strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve larger goals. 3. Creates long-term transformation. Identity-based changes are sustainable because they become part of who you are. 4. Reduces resistance. When actions align with your self-image, they feel natural and require less effort. The Stoic perspective on identity and growth. The Stoics believed that we become the sum of our actions and thoughts. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of cultivating virtuous habits, writing, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This insight emphasizes that who we are is shaped by what we do consistently. Epictetus also highlighted the connection between action and identity, teaching that character is built through deliberate practice. He advised, "First, Say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The Stoics understood that incremental growth is not just about achieving external success, but about shaping a virtuous and resilient character. Practical steps to shape identity through incremental change. 1. Define your desired identity. Ask yourself, who do I want to become, and let this vision guide your actions. 2. Focus on small wins. Celebrate small victories that reinforce your self-image as a capable and committed individual. 3. Use affirmations. Regularly remind yourself of the identity you are building. For example, say, I am someone who improves daily. Act consistently. Align your actions with your desired identity, even if the steps feel small or insignificant. 5. Reflect regularly. Periodically evaluate how your actions are shaping your self-image and adjust as needed. A practical example. Imagine someone who wants to become a runner but doesn't currently see themselves as athletic. They start by jogging for just 2 minutes a day. Over time, this habit becomes a part of their routine, and they begin to identify as a runner. This shift in identity makes it easier to commit to longer runs, healthier choices, and greater goals. The transformation is not just physical, it's mental and emotional too. A timeless reminder. Small changes lead to big transformations because they shape who you are. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. By improving just 1% every day, you cast votes for the person you want to become, creating a stronger, more resilient identity. Remember, lasting success isn't about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. Focus on incremental growth and let your actions define your identity. Lesson 9. Small wins lead to big victories. Success is not a single event. It's the result of countless small wins adding up over time. Each small victory builds momentum, reinforces positive habits, and motivates you to keep going. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea when he wrote, "Don't despise what is small, for the smallest things build the greatest." By celebrating and building upon your small wins, you create a pathway to achieving even your most ambitious goals. A timeless reminder. Consistency is the quiet force behind every great success. It replaces intensity with sustainability, allowing progress to build naturally over time. As Seneca wisely observed, by delaying, all things become difficult. Commit to small, regular actions and trust that they will lead to extraordinary results. With consistency, you'll achieve more than you ever thought possible, not through sudden bursts, but through the steady, unrelenting power of showing up every day. Lesson 8. Incremental change shapes identity. Small, consistent changes don't just transform your habits, they shape who you are. Each incremental improvement reinforces your self-image and gradually builds a stronger, more capable version of yourself. This concept is perfectly aligned with Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. You become what you give your attention to. By committing to being 1% better every day, you not only achieve goals but also redefine your identity as someone who grows, improves, and perseveres. How incremental change influences identity. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. When you consistently act in alignment with your goals, even in small ways, you send a powerful message to yourself. I am capable of change. I am the kind of person who shows up and improves. Over time, these small actions accumulate and your identity shifts to reflect your efforts. This identity-based approach creates a virtuous cycle. As your self-image improves, so does your confidence, making it easier to continue pursuing your goals. Each step forward reinforces your belief in yourself, creating a momentum that builds on itself. Why identity-based change is powerful. 1. Aligns actions with values. Incremental change ensures your daily actions reflect the person you want to become. 2. Builds confidence. Each small success strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve larger goals. 3. Creates long-term transformation. Identity-based changes are sustainable because they become part of who you are. 4. Reduces resistance. When actions align with your self-image, they feel natural and require less effort. The Stoic perspective on identity and growth. The Stoics believed that we become the sum of our actions and thoughts. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of cultivating virtuous habits, writing, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This insight emphasizes that who we are is shaped by what we do consistently. Epictetus also highlighted the connection between action and identity, teaching that character is built through deliberate practice. He advised, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The Stoics understood that incremental growth is not just about achieving external success, but about shaping a virtuous and resilient character. Practical steps to shape identity through incremental change. 1. Define your desired identity. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? And let this vision guide your actions. 2. Focus on small wins. Celebrate small victories that reinforce your self-image as a capable and committed individual. 3. Use affirmations. Regularly remind yourself of the identity you are building. For example, say, "I am someone who improves daily." Act consistently. Align your actions with your desired identity, even if the steps feel small or insignificant. 5. Reflect regularly. Periodically evaluate how your actions are shaping your self-image and adjust as needed. A practical example. Imagine someone who wants to become a runner but doesn't currently see themselves as athletic. They start by jogging for just 2 minutes a day. Over time, this habit becomes a part of their routine, and they begin to identify as a runner. This shift in identity makes it easier to commit to longer runs, healthier choices, and greater goals. The transformation is not just physical, it's mental and emotional too. A timeless reminder: small changes lead to big transformations because they shape who you are. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. By improving just 1% every day, you cast votes for the person you want to become, creating a stronger, more resilient identity. Remember, lasting success isn't about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. Focus on incremental growth and let your actions define your identity. Lesson 9. Small wins lead to big victories. Success is not a single event. It's the result of countless small wins adding up over time. Each small victory builds momentum, reinforces positive habits, and motivates you to keep going. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea when he wrote, "Don't despise what is small, for the smallest things build the greatest." By celebrating and building upon your small wins, you create a pathway to achieving even your most ambitious goals. The Stoic perspective on discipline. The Stoics viewed discipline as essential for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This principle reflects the Stoic commitment to aligning actions with values through deliberate effort. Seneca also emphasized the importance of discipline in achieving greatness. He observed, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." For the Stoics, discipline was not a burden, but a liberating force that empowered individuals to live with intention and purpose. Practical steps to cultivate daily discipline. 1. Start your day with intention. Begin each morning by setting clear goals for the day. aligning your actions with your long-term vision. 2. Commit to small, consistent actions. Focus on completing small tasks daily to build momentum and reinforce habits. 3. Eliminate distractions. Create an environment that supports discipline by removing temptations and unnecessary interruptions. Practice self-reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on your actions and identify areas for improvement. 5. Be patient with yourself. Understand that discipline is a skill that develops over time. Celebrate progress, even if it feels slow. A practical example. Consider an artist who dreams of creating a masterpiece. Instead of waiting for inspiration to strike, they commit to working on their craft for just 30 minutes each day. Over weeks, months, and years, this disciplined effort not only sharpens their skills, but also leads to the creation of extraordinary work. The practice of showing up daily ensures steady progress, even when motivation wanes. A timeless reminder. Daily discipline is the cornerstone of lasting success. It transforms intentions into actions, actions into habits, and habits into a life of purpose and achievement. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By committing to small, disciplined actions each day, you align yourself with the Stoic path of mastery and growth. Trust in the process, stay consistent, and let daily discipline guide you to extraordinary results. Improving 1% every day might seem like a modest goal, but as we've explored, its impact is profound. This principle, rooted in both Stoic wisdom and modern science, shows us that success is not about monumental leaps, but about small, consistent actions that compound over time. Each step forward strengthens our habits, shapes our identity, and propels us closer to our goals. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Through the 10 lessons we've covered, we've seen how incremental growth builds momentum, fosters resilience, and transforms failure into opportunity. We've learned the power of focusing on what we can control, celebrating small wins, and practicing daily discipline. These principles, when applied consistently, have the potential to reshape not just our actions, but our lives. Now, it's your turn to take the first step. Ask yourself, what's one small improvement you can make today? Maybe it's reading a single page of a book, taking a short walk, or starting a simple new habit. Whatever it is, commit to it and trust in the process. Remember, progress isn't about perfection. It's about showing up and doing your best, one day at a time. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from the power of small, consistent change. And don't forget to subscribe to Forge of Wisdom for more timeless lessons and practical insights from Stoic philosophy and beyond. As you embark on this journey of daily improvement, keep these words from Seneca close to heart. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Start where you are, use what you have, and embrace the power of getting 1% better every day. Together, we'll forge a path to wisdom, growth, and lasting success.